Alright guys, this is my 4-stroke engine. The other day I had a little problem. I thought I had everything tight, and so I took it for a test run. I put the oil in, I gassed it up, went for a ride, and left an 8-foot skid in my parking lot. The reason why I didn't have everything tight, so the engine shifted. When it shifted, it threw the chain from my drive back here, locked up, and locked my rear wheel up. So yesterday I decided, hey, I'm going to take everything off, take the engine off, unhook the chain, and I'm going to tighten everything down, which I did. And then I go out to start it, and it fired right up again. Great. But when I engaged the throttle, it didn't go. It revved, but it didn't go. This engine uses an automatic clutch, so as long as your hand is off the throttle, it will idle, as long as it's getting gas. But when you turn the throttle, it engages the clutch and everything should work. So I was like, what happened? Today I got my wife to help me. She leaned against the bike, and I had to get in there with a lot of elbow grease and a drill, and I had to take my bolts out. So the bolts are already removed. So upon further examination, let me show you the insides of this thing. Okay, so as far as I understand this thing, this is my clutch. This little gear is attached to my crank. This gear spins this big gear, and when you take it off, and it slides right out. Hang on a second. It does slide out because I did it earlier. There we go. That's not how that's supposed to happen. Hey, let's wing it. This is the gear. It sits on this shaft. This shaft has a key on it. Zoom in right there. Now, on the opposite side there should be another key. This gear slides onto that key. See that notch? It slides in, and then back here is my final drive gear. And when you throttle, the clutch engages, it spins the big gear, which spins this little gear, which spins my drive gear. But I discovered something. The key broke. Zoom in here. Slow. The key should not look like Pac-Man. So I got an experiment I want to try. I want a JB, sorry about the dog. I want a JB Weld this guy shut. I don't know if it's going to work, so if it doesn't work, I got one at work that I think I can use or modify. But for now, I'm going to try and use JB Weld and epoxy the guy closed, and then I'm going to further epoxy these guys in place. See that? So all they really do is just slide in right there, just like that, and they rest. And I might epoxy them in place so I don't run the issue of them falling out or anything. And that's the project. But I just want to show you guys the inside of this engine, at least this side of the engine anyway, so you might can get a little better understanding of how everything works on a 4-stroke. I got the 4-stroke for a couple of reasons. One, I'm lazy. I can pour regular gas in from the gas tank and not, or from a gas station, and not worry about it. And two, it's got an automatic clutch, and that's really it. And three, it just looks massive. The thing is, it's the same size as any other bike engine. And so anyways, in part 2 I'll be showing y'all how to clean up these parts, how to re-grease them, and how to use this JB Weld. Wish me luck. Alright, so this is the JB Weld. Comes in 2 parts. Comes in black and red. Okay, so what you do is you mix equal parts of black and red. Should come out to a dark gray color. If you look on this Call of Duty Modern Warfare card I have, that is dried JB Weld. It's very crusty, it's very firm, and it should do the trick of what I want to do. So on the package of the JB Weld, it said that people use these to seal up engine blocks, repair farm equipment, and what have you. So I'm doing the filming now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the stuff, and then what I plan to do while it's still wet is, if you see I've cleaned this off, in each of those slots I'm going to put the JB Weld in. Then I'm going to set my keys in there. I'm going to do this guy first where my thumb's pointing because it's in one piece. Then I'm going to take a look at my second one, the one that's broken in half, and I'm going to determine which part goes in first, and then when that's done I'm going to put more JB Weld on it. Okay? And then we'll go from there. Now this stuff takes a while to dry. It starts getting firm in a couple of hours, but you really don't want to do nothing with it until for about another, I don't know, 24 hours, or at least wait till the next day. So once I get this stuff set and done, I'll come back tomorrow and film everything. But this is the stuff, JB Weld, few bucks at just about anywhere. Auto parts stores, your Walmarts. I think I picked this stuff at HEB, so, which is a grocery store. So they carry it, and I'm going to find out how good it is. That there's the JB Weld, and what I did was I mixed equal parts. So for this application I used about a pea-size blob from each container, one black, one gray. I mixed it together. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's a real dark, kind of like a rain cloud color gray. And then what I did here with my little shaft here is I applied some inside where the keys sit for the one that's not broken, and I just sat it in there. And then for the second one I did the same thing, and I put the bigger half in, and then before I bonded everything together I made sure it all fit. And then I applied the JB Weld just like before. I put the key half in, and then I put the second key half on top. Let me see if I can get in real close. And it's kind of smeared out quite a bit, but it's still wet, so I can wipe down all the excess. If you're going to do any wiping, do it now, but make sure you still have enough to bond the parts together. Okay? Now, like I said before, this is my first time dealing with JB Weld. I don't know how it's going to play out. So, but it's an experiment, and I'm not afraid to try new things so y'all can learn. And more tomorrow.